Howdy ho neighbors, Radio Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate. When we last left off, we got Dinah here in our party, and one thing I forgot to do before turning the game off was get her to memorize some spells. So I went ahead and did that off camera. I gave her 5 magic missiles, 2 burning hands, 1 color spray, 2 stinking clouds, and a detect invisibility. I know that I pretty much gave her every single spell that we had, but I'm probably not going to be using all of them, you know, despite my whole if you have it, use it philosophy. Mainly due to the fact that I'm really not big on using spells that don't do damage when I use it with a mage. And because I reloaded the save, I'm probably going to have to fight a bunch of more gnolls. Which is fair enough, as we saw earlier, gnolls are nothing to us. Actually, Dinah here should back off much. Because she's only a mage, and mages die rather easily. Like these gnolls here.
What? No sooner said than done. Make it quick.
Now that we've
Of course.
lightened up Rado's inventory, we can start taking stuff up with him again, I guess. It is a little more convenient to do it this way. I guess I mainly say that because
A waste of
I mainly have everybody highlighted whenever I do the looting. I just now have to get into the habit of actually not having everybody attack one thing like this,
whatever they need.
and she can use the magic missile off of the scroll that she has. And because she's level 4, she can shoot off 3 magic missiles at once, which is pretty awesome. If you're not familiar with D&D, the higher level you are, the more magic missiles you can shoot out. I think it's up to 5.
Make it quick. No sooner said than done.
Ah, sure, Mints can pick this stuff up. We'll just have to, you know, reorganize the piles and stuff when we get back to town. Despite what I said yesterday in my
Yes?
my Wario Land update, I'm probably not going to be recording multiple parts of both games today. I am a little tired and really don't feel like doing a lot in this game today. And it's just, you know, we still do have quite a bit to do before I decide to go to the Nashkel mines. But, so we're probably just going to spend this part getting back to Nashkel and then selling things and identifying things. Because I know that you're just itching to find out what all these awesome things that I've been advertising, whereas awesome, are going to be. And I'm fairly anxious to start using them. Eager, I mean. I know a lot of people say anxious in that kind of context, but anxious means full of anxiety. So, the correct word is eager. Who am I kidding? Use whatever word you want. I'm not your mom. Alright. So let's just exit the stronghold and get over to Nashkel. And, for those of you who hadn't seen my Wario Land update yesterday, I'm not going to be Okay, what enemies have I been waylaid by? I don't see any. Rado sees them. Oh, more gnolls! Hey! Alright.
What?
Okay, I guess,
Make it quick.
you know, start doing individual commands. We'll set her up with those 2 spells for now. Well, she actually doesn't have a weapon on her right now. I thought she came with a quarterstaff, but I guess I was wrong. Have her prepare that. Let's use the Imoen's Wand of Magic Missiles, because Lord knows I've been trying long enough to try to get her to use it. And we can use up Dynahair spells. We're just gonna go back to town anyway. But for those of you who haven't seen, who didn't watch my Wario Land part yesterday, I know of the whole skinny on the alleviated time limits. I'm not going to be aiming at going above 15 minutes because, quite frankly, I feel I really don't have a reason to make videos above 15 minutes on purpose. But if it does go over 15 minutes, I'm not going to care. You know, it just happens to. Like, I don't really plan on doing much other than selling and identifying things in this video. Now that we're back in town. Where did we come out? Oh, yeah, we're right here. Because, yeah, I really don't want to. I mean, I like this game. I'm just, not really up for playing it too much today. So, luckily, it's just going to be another one of those selling stuff and identifying stuff videos. And we got to show off a little bit of what Dynahair can do, which is nice. But if this video probably won't be, have enough content above 15 minutes. But if it does, I'm not going to worry about having to cut it or anything like that. So. I won't feel rushed to complete the video, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm not going to aim at making a long video just for the sake of having it. However, it is nighttime, so we're probably should probably be a better idea if we just got some sleep, because people are starting to complain about fatigue. Oh, look at Jantis. He's going to stay there forever. We're not going to miss him. Kivin we're going to miss, but not a Jantis. All he did was suck and die. At least in the past playthroughs. As I mentioned before, he only died maybe once in this, when I was playing through the game this time around, trying to get back to where I was. But, as far as the recorded parts go, all he did was suck and die. So, he can just stay there forever in the snow, apparently. Unfortunately, that does mean that Kivin is going to be sticking around with the gnolls for a while, but that's water under the bridge now. So, let's go ahead and heal up and get some rest. I think Jaheir should be fine. And Rado can cast it once on himself. We'll do the Noble Room, why not? Yeah, Jaheir just has one hit point missing. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Alright. Now, before we start identifying things, let's sell off all of these gems and whatnot that we've accumulated from all those ogres and hobgoblins and gnolls and whatnot that we've been killing. I don't know why I had the whole party go up there. That was really pointless, but first off, let's take these necklaces off so we don't forget to sell them. Everybody's wearing a necklace, aren't they? Fair enough. Necklace we don't need. Making sure I don't have any rings I don't need on as well. Okay. Alright, so we got this stuff. Oh, he can identify things. Oh, fair enough then. We'll have him identify everything. We'll just sell this stuff first. Stud leather we don't need. That's what that actually came on Minsk when we started with him. The splint mail that Jahara had for a while. Ooh, 112 gold pieces, not bad. More splint mail. Okay, that's all Kivin's stuff. We don't need that. All our frontline fighters already have plate mail. We don't need splint mail anymore. Okay, I do want her to hold on to those scrolls because they're still useful to her. Even though she can't learn armor because invokers can't learn, you know, invokers can't learn conjuration magic, but she can still use it off of the scroll, so... There we go. We really don't need that banded scalp. I don't know why I kept that. Again, the only person I know of who, you know, buys those bandit scalps is that guy at the Feldopos Inn in Baragost. We can't do the tome. We can do everything else. Alright, so the flail was a flail +1, which we figured, and the longsword was a longsword +1, which we figured. If we scroll up here, we got the Boots of the North, which will give us... Where is it? 50% cold resistance. And the Gauntlets of Dexterity, which will set... which, when we put them on Rado, will set his dexterity to 18. Which is why I didn't mind actually having a low dexterity with Rado, because I knew that we would be boosting it to 18. So now he has a -4 armor class. Now for Dynahair, we do have those bracers, which are not going to be sold. I need to push the right buttons. These are bracers of AC 8, so basically they will set her armor class to 8. And it's nice for mages to have that, have these armor class bracers, because otherwise we won't be able to get their armor class down without using spells.
My prices are the best south of Waterdeep.
Now I'm fairly sure that Dynahair is good with both blunt weapons and missile weapons. Let's see if we can find... So basically, blunt weapons means that she can get a quarterstaff. Because mages are basically that's the only blunt weapon they can use. I think they might be able to use clubs as well, but quarterstaffs I think are better than clubs. So we'll give her a quarterstaff. And another thing I like to give her are darts. Well, actually, let's give her a sling. I don't know why I said darts, but this way she won't be trying to melee attack unless she's out of bullets. So, I guess you could say that she's a ranged fighter in that sense. So she'll probably be, you know, if the party is fully in battle formation, she's going to be in the back with Imoen, launching out bullets. Because her spells are pretty limited, so I figure it'd be a better idea to do that. I'm actually going to hold on to the shield and the bandit scalp until we can sell them. I know we'll be heading back to Baragost at some point, just not right away. And since, you know, for one thing, it's going to be a fairly rare occurrence if Minsk's inventory is actually full with stuff. So he can hold on to that shield for a little bit. Now, I know that we actually went to this temple in the last playthrough, but I didn't bother going up here this time, so that's why it's blackened out here. Because we do want to identify that book.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Okay.
Of course.
This is the Temple of Helm, I believe.
Intrepid adventure.
Yes. Okay. So, that tome is... Where is it? The Tome of Leadership and Influence. This will permanently raise a character's charisma by 1 point. And it's consumable and can only be used once. So what we're going to do is... forgot to sell those. Oh well. We're going to set it here. So Rado can use it. Actually, I don't think it can be used as a quick item now that I think about it. Actually, I can. Now you may be asking why I gave it to Rado. Well, the main reason is because with these NPC characters, even though we're going to be seeing them in Baldur's Gate 2, their stat increases do not carry over. We'll be able to import Rado into Baldur's Gate 2 with all of his stat increases intact, but nobody else. So there are 2 of each of these stat increasing books, I believe, and we'll be giving them all to Rado. I mean, on the base game, there's only 1 of each. 1 for each stat. But I do believe that the expansion does have an additional 1 per stat, so... Right now... Rado has some pretty good stats. I mean, Intelligence and Wisdom really don't care because he's a fighter. But we have the 1800 Strength, we have the 18 Dexterity, 18 Constitution, and 21 Charisma. And I am more than happy with that. If we had still been going on with our second playthrough, it would have been sort of the same-ish, except Rado he would have just had a lower strength. I mean, sure, he would have a higher base dexterity, but it's going from 10 to 18 instead of just, you know, like 13 to 18. Ooh, actually got quite a bit from those. And since he's selling them here, I'm going to give him a large shield +1. We have the money, and we have plenty to spare. So I'll have Minsk hold on to this shield as well, until we can sell them. Okay. So now that we're all geared up, we're actually going to go on and do... I'm going to, call it a video here, of course, because we're all done selling and whatnot, and I'm making my way into 18-minute territory. Actually, I just crossed 18 minutes now. I mean, again, no more time limits, so no big deal. So basically, when we come back, we will head toward this carnival here, and then start some more side questy goodness. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?